Ladies, I'm back. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, hello, hello. Um, come on in, come on in, come on in. Love, like, and share this broadcast to help me. I need boosters too, ladies. Not just the sheep need boosters. I need it too. I need them too. So, hi Monica, how are you? Please love, like, say hello, and share on your newsfeed so people can gather here and have fun with Mama Cat. Um, hey M80, M80 is mad. I hope you're not mad, right? M80, say hello, hi, like, love, share to the newsfeed, please. Because sharing is caring, so they say, right? So I just want to show you how beautiful it is during the moonrise, full moon, sorry. What time is it now, ladies? Oh, it's 6:49. I think the moon will come up any minute now. Let me, holding on to this cell phone. Let me put it here so I can have the YouTube cell phone. See, I have my lights. Crazy, right? It's such a production. My smaller light. Hi, Rachel. Hi. Say hello. Love, like. And lucky I have like 3 cell phones, so I can check. If you have a question, ask me a question so I can answer your question. Come on. You want free coaching? This is free coaching. Come on. Pick my brain, ladies. Pick my brain. The man whisperer and the last resort. Don't you forget that. The last resort part. Okay, so let me see if, because sometimes I cannot see any comment. Hi Sarah. Nice to see you too, sweetie. Hello Bu Pujiati. Apa kabar di Indonesia? You see, I speak Indonesian, right? Because I'm Indonesian. Let's see. So, ladies, how you doing tonight? I was, uh, I was online or up here too earlier. So check that later on. Uh, After this class, for the first part, I had to switch to my cell phones because my computer is running out of battery. I was online or up here too earlier, so check that later on. Sorry. After this class, for the first part, oh my goodness. Switch. So let's see comments. For the first part, oh my goodness. Switch. Oh, this is from Sarah. I see. I'm sorry, Han. I see a lot of women postings their partners didn't prep or gave them anything for Valentine's. Feel that far under expectations. So Sarah says, I see a lot of women post that they didn't get anything for this Valentine's. And you know what? If it's a consolation for you, Joey didn't even remember either. Well, I kind of said something because I was doing a class and the Valentine subject came up, right? And I said to Joey, do you realize that it's Valentine soon? Oh, he said, I don't. And he doesn't seem to care, right? So on Valentine's, usually, you know what happened the last 9 years we were together? You know, he always had something. Like in the morning when I wake up, you know, he would trick me into opening the door. Like then I would see a bouquet of flowers, you know, outside, right? this year, believe it or not, nothing. Nada. Nada. No card, no flowers. And because I guess I was doing a class and then the subject always came up. And I kind of like, I was wondering, then I said something to him. Happy Valentine's, I said to him. Wow, and then he felt kind of like flustered by it that I say Happy Valentine's and he had nothing, right? And he said, oh God, I'm sorry, he said. I just feel so burnt out. I just feel so burnt out. It was this fake holiday and all that. I said, it's okay, it's okay. So I didn't make a big deal out of it, just say Happy Valentine's. I know that, you know, he's probably not feeling the greatest. Who is feeling the greatest at this point? Tell me, ladies. Who among you are feeling the greatest right now? Or you also, gentlemen, do you feel the greatest right now that you want to celebrate this like love day in time like this? You know what I'm saying? Everyone is just so exhausted by the tribulation the last 2 years. It's just too much. It's too much that anyone can handle without going crazy, right? So I totally got it, but he was saying, I'm sorry. I said, I'm just so burned out by these things, you know, I'm just tired. I said, don't worry about it. So, and then he said, hey, do you want to come with me to the grocery store? You know, I want to get something, you know, like for dinner. Okay, I said, then we bring Freckles, right? So we drove to the grocery store, bringing Freckles. So while he was shopping, so I took Freckles for a walk because, you know, she was very hyper that day. She was just bouncing off the wall, and then basically she walked mommy, not mommy walking her. So Joey did his things, and we went home. When I got home, you know, I was probably busy outside or in the bedroom. When I got to the kitchen, I saw that those flowers, the bouquet of flowers, and then he gave me a kiss. Here's your flowers. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Happy Valentine's. So he did make it up. He did try. Even though probably his heart wasn't in it, he's not really in the mood. But he felt guilty because he was so conditioned too, right? All his life. He has to remember all anniversaries. Valentine's, birthday, mom's birthday, dad's birthday, mom and dad's anniversary, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Independence Day. So even his mom expected something for Valentine's as well from him. And if he didn't, she wouldn't stop talking about it. If for example, he just like, you know, forgot, say Happy Valentine's, Mom, without the card, she would be upset too because he didn't give her a card. Imagine, this is his mother, not his girlfriend. And throughout his adult life, that experience was repeated with various girlfriends that he had. So, you know, months or sometimes weeks, usually weeks or months before Valentine's, they already mentioned it, like, what do you want to do for Valentine's? So for him, it was just, he knew that he was just so expected to do something special, even though when he didn't feel it, and he felt just like being controlled by these women, right? So he wasn't really like doing it because it came from his pure heart, but he did it because he wanted to avoid confrontation and arguments. And mind you, it's just one holiday. Then there is also anniversary, birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Independence Day, on and on and on and on. Americans just obsessed with holidays. And meanwhile, he was dating a woman who is so detached from all these things. So he didn't know how quite to handle it in a way. But because I didn't expect anything for any holiday, he always the one who fussed about it. So he wanted to make sure that I was taken care of during those days, even though I didn't care or didn't think about it, didn't even know exactly or remember when it's going to be. He's already prepared for those days ahead of time, like weeks in advance, like his former girlfriends. So, ladies, the lesson is when you stop doing all these things that you expect a guy's doing for you, just let him do it when he wants to do it. And then when he does it, you reward him with your feminine gratitude, appreciation. He will want to do it more often for you, and without you having to push him to do that, to control him to do that. You understand? That is like psychology 101. Okay, loosen up a little bit, let go a little bit, stop trying to control all the time. Let him come up with the plan and the desire as well. Don't you want it that he does it out of his genuine love to you rather than obligation, because he doesn't want to piss you off, because he doesn't want drama and arguments and confrontations, right? So I'm not saying let go altogether the desire to be celebrated on Valentine's. I understand as a woman we appreciate it. That's why I brought it up. Like, happy Valentine's. I don't see any flowers today. Just, it's not like you. Because the last 9 years I always, you know, saw it first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. This time he didn't even remember. Because he was so consumed by the apocalypse, right? So he's forgiven though. It's not a big deal. We didn't have a problem. Though we didn't go dinner, because he said, why do you want to give money to this sort of very commercialized holiday, fake holiday, you know, in which like everything goes up to the roof because of the hyperinflation, right? And then these restaurants make so much money in a way. No, maybe not much because of the inflation, but sometimes you go to a restaurant, it's like $60, $70 a piece, like a person, for Valentine's dinner. So both of you have to fork like $120 plus tips plus, right? So it's kind of a lot of money at this time, don't you think? Like when our income goes down and our expenses go up, and then, you know, yeah, whatever we pay for unnecessary stuff. Not that I'm saying that celebrating your life is not necessary, but you know what I'm saying, it's not a priority. So spending $120, $150 on a Valentine's dinner, you know, why don't you just buy groceries for the whole 2 weeks and then cook yourself together, right, for Valentine's? You save money and also you benefit from the closeness, the togetherness of doing things together, ladies. Because when you do things together with your partner, you cement the bond between the two of you. You cement connection. Okay? So, let me see other questions. Do you have other questions, ladies? Their partners didn't. So, let me see other questions. Do you have other questions, ladies? No question. No question. So ladies, if you want more guidance from me, like one-on-one like this, every week, by the way, every week, from the one and only Ultimate Love Guru, the Man Whisperer, and the Last Resort, sign up for my fan subscriptions. Right now we have like 214 classes in the library that you can enjoy. All of them, 214 classes amounting to over 334 hours. So for how much, Kat, you might ask, right? It might cost a lot of money to get all of that many classes. No, actually only $99. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? I'm serious. Just buy $99. You can listen to all those 214 classes, which means you probably, if you just want to stay a month, you know, you have to listen to like 10 hours a day. Something like that. which is going to be it's going to change your life, because it's like a marathon streaming that will recondition your minds to become more aware, more alert, more awake, and more grounded at the same time. So when you have a problem right now in your relationship, ladies, the fan subscription will fix it. Because I will provide you with the point of views nobody else can give you in the business. I can assure you that nobody else can give you. Because I pretty much having this business for like 12 years now. I know the ins and outs of the business, how much these coaches know, and how much generic advice they give, and how much of that advice really doesn't actually work, because it's so one size fit all kind of thing. And then these coaches also, they're pretty much like unhealed healers, meaning they still have a lot of problems themselves. So they try to give you, advice on how to live your life, live your relationship. Oftentimes, when the going gets tough, they just give you the lousiest advice ever they learn from parenting from book, parenting from other coaches, whatever it is that sounds intellectual, sounds good on paper, but in reality it doesn't really work. How many of you experience that? Oh, that sounds really good. Just communicate, your issues with your husband using the I statement or using feeling messages, right? And you use all this the thing that you spew out of your mouth is always begin with I feel this, I feel that, I feel this, I feel that. And instead of him really, loving you more and giving you what you want, he pulls back further and further and further away from you. Have you experienced that? Yeah, that is one great example of generic advice that doesn't work. That is just so widely circulated on the web, feeling messages. I'm not saying that feeling messages don't work at all, but the application of it is completely false, inaccurate, and the way it was presented is just not very appealing, not very educational, so to speak, right? Because basically, with this kind of teachings, no matter who you are, you can always use feeling messages and then it will work just fine. No, it's not gonna. If you are crazy, meaning that, I'm sorry if I say use the word crazy or batshit crazy a lot, right? Because even though us women, when we are with our friends, we are like very nice, very gentle, very soft girlfriends, right? With our partners, we often appear very batshit crazy because our partners trigger in us what our friends do not. This is why a lot of us become the emasculators in the relationship, because we're so triggered, we're so angry, we so feel unloved, disrespected, uncherished, and so forth and so on. And then you start nagging, you start want to control, and of course it doesn't work. And then you go looking for advice on the net, and then this coach or that coach says, next time use feeling messages. So you say I feel. When you come to Kat, I'm gonna tell you, well, your problem is because your vantage point is so narrow, because your self-awareness is non-existent. This is why when you're not aware of your own self, of your own sort of wounds and issues, you're going to project that on other people, and especially your partners. So instead of you who has a problem, now you place that problem on your partner's shoulder, basically blaming him for all the upset feelings that you are experiencing, because you are still operating from that very constricted, egoic level of consciousness. So the owner of the feeling messages philosophy don't even understand that. So they just, you know, uh, devise that advice wholesale for everyone, every woman, regardless of their levels of awareness or levels of consciousness, to use feeling messages. With Kat, I'm going to provide you with different perspectives, with which are much more functional than the one you carrying in your head, in your awareness right now. And thanks to that, probably you don't have to experience upset feelings in the first place. There is no need for that, right? So then, when you come to Cat, sooner or later you realize, hey, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to express myself all that much. I don't even have to talk all that much. He will just know what I want. He will know my feelings moment to moment. And because I don't open my mouth and yap, like a broken record every 5 seconds, he is more attuned to everything that I say. And when I say it, he knows that because I mean it. Now imagine to this case women who are always upset about something, and then they always want to communicate about everything that upsets them, not taking responsibility whatsoever of their contribution to their own upset feelings, right? Because they don't own their emotions. They operate from that very wounded place in which that their emotional needs have to be taken care of by other people. In this case, because you're in a relationship, you're my husband, you're my boyfriend, you're supposed to take care of my feelings, period. If you don't do as I wish or things that please me, then yes, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to communicate it to you, because most coaches will also advocate communication as the number one, like, policy, or the most important thing to do in a relationship, correct? Correct or not? Can anyone give me a confirmation whenever they go to any coach? They always say communication in relationship is the most important thing, right? And then this is how you communicate. And they either come with the I statement, or they follow, the more popular one. Use feeling messages, they say. Because when you use feeling messages, they say, that you really don't put the blame on him, they say. Well, the reality is, you spew, I feel this, I feel that, always ends up the same. The guys feel blame anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter you use, you do this, you do that, or I feel this, I feel that, the result is the same. No? He broke up with you, or he's nowhere to be found. That's what happened when half-baked advice come from an enlightened mind. It's just very mechanical. It's all good on paper, but in reality it does not work. Then Kat came into the picture, and she solved the puzzle. She cracked the code of a guy's psyche. Pretty much. This is why nobody else in the business has the track record that I do. Some of my copycats, narcissistic millennials, they claim they have the same records that I do. And the funny thing there is, of course, the best part of their teachings are the part that they copy from me, right? So, and they lie to their teeth about their accomplishments in every way, everything, and how much they make money, how successful they are, and so forth and so on. Then they claim outrageous, like, stuff like, ooh, I run a multiple 7-figure company only after 2 years or after 3 years. Excuse me, ladies. I've been in this business almost 12 years and 10 years full time. I don't earn close to 1 million. So don't believe everything you read on the internet, especially from coaches like this, especially if they are millennials. I'm sorry. Because I used to be young like that too, and I was narcissistic too. So I know this type because I've been them, right? So trust. No, they're not making that much money after 2 years. The first 2 years I made zero. I'm serious, zero. Maybe a few $100s. Okay, no matter how talented you are, how gifted you are, and I can say I'm probably the most gifted in the niche, right? That's why I live where I live right now. This is this is a result of my genius zone, my genuine hard work, and accomplishment in life. And I still don't make $1 million a year. So, and it doesn't matter. You don't need $1 million a year to live, quite comfortably. So these people just have no integrity, and then they want to sell you dreams. And to be honest, if I don't trust their integrity, I will not buy anything from them. And mind you, also, these people are usually libtards too. They're pandering to the left, to the radical left, right? They're pandering to those very people who are the reason why we are in this predicament. So do you want to support these people? Go ahead. But these people, they're not gonna have very bright future thanks to their former affiliations to the left, to the extreme left, because they want to make money. They're opportunists, these people. Opportunists. And Cat is not an opportunist. Cat always says what is right, what is true at all time. That's what sets me apart from the rest. Okay? And drink to that, ladies. Hello, ladies. Karen, how are you tonight? Rowena. What a beautiful name, Rowena. Do you have any question, ladies? So I just want to wait for the moon. Then, okay, this is from Goddess. For the moon. Then, okay, this is from Goddess. So Goddess, if you're not, if you didn't listen to the first class, after this class, go back to my page and listen to the previous class in which Goddess told her story that she was engaged, but she never really met the guy who lives in Dallas, and Goddess is in the Philippines. So, and the Philippines will open again for tourists at the end of the month. And so he will visit. They've known each other for a year, and he already asked her mom for her hand in marriage through Zoom, but they never really met, right? So he will apply for a visa to come to the Philippines, so fiance visa. So I said, Goddess, I'm happy, I'm grateful. I'm happy for you, sweetheart. Okay. I hope it works for you. But fact is, you've never met each other. So okay, he will come to the Philippines, right? Maybe give you a ring, and then so you got engaged. I guess what I'm saying is, yes, you can say to that, but don't rush into marriage. Give it ideally a few years, but because you never met each other, you really have no experience of being together, but at least a few months. So the plan is probably he comes for a visit, right? You're not just gonna get married on the spot, will you? So tell me about it. What are you guys gonna do? So if it's possible, just getting engaged first, and then so I guess he's gonna go home. Do you have a visa to come to the United States? Then maybe you come to the United States and live with him and experience a life together from someone who never met before. It's going to be a lot, hon. So when you just jump into marriage, you might be in for a huge surprise. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, I mean, all the best to you. I want nothing but happiness for you, sweetheart. And we're gonna drink to that, okay? Drink to that. If you have a problem at all, you know where to find me, and you know that we have a fan subscription that you can join in to navigate your new relationship or new marriage, whatever you chose to do, because obviously, at the end of the day, he's gonna have to do what he feels compelled to do. If he comes all the way from Dallas and he already said that he wants to marry you, maybe he would marry you on the spot, who knows? So, but I'll be here for you when you need me. But I'm sure, being a cat goddess, you know all the tricks up your sleeve, right? Not to do, what to do, and so forth and so on. So once again, congratulations. So anyone else has a question? What time is it? Wow, it's 7:19. You see, that's the thing. When you plan things, usually it doesn't happen. A few times, I planned full moon therapy. The full moon didn't show up at all. And the other day, I said I was just having fun, having a seance in my hot tub, a seance with 17 distinguished ghosts, and out of the blue, the moon just showed up so spectacularly, and I didn't even know it was full moon. It was just such a bonus. Good. Let's see, more questions. Okay, from Goddess again. She says he's just gonna come and help her apply fiance visa so she can come to the United States. Awesome. You're gonna be in Dallas? Wow. Dallas is like my second home these days. I'm probably gonna go back there in March. Trying to focus on my work right now. The hot tub has stopped. It's been 3 hours, so it stopped. So I guess I have to get out soon because it's gonna be cold soon. But Dallas is like my second home, Goddess. So yeah, so you're gonna live in Dallas? That would be awesome. I'll take you to ramen whenever I'm back in town. Okay. Any other question, ladies? Any other question, ladies? This really humbles me. This really humbles me. Thank you for the prayer, Kat, because this is not a joke. I know. Thank you for the prayer, Kat. Of course, marriage is not a joke. That's why don't rush it. Don't rush it. Why do you have to rush it? The best marriage is when you do it because you know and you realize this is the man, this is the woman that I know I will grow old together with. There is no doubt in me that I will spend the rest of my life with this person. Then we might as well marry so we can care for each other better. So you see, that is a totally different level of motive to get married. Not just because, I want to feel chosen. I want to feel that I'm loved. Like as if you're not married, you're not loved. And then it begins to worry you so much. It weighs heavy, in your awareness that if I don't get married, it's just a statement that I'm not worth it. I'm unworthy. Right? A lot of you think that way. But if you get married, because marriage is just the consequence of your healthy relationship, of your healthy and happy relationship, that is actually you're showing your true power. You marry for the right reason. But I also understand if you come from a certain culture, you have to marry first before having children, right? And and then this is your first marriage, you just want to get married. I do totally get it because I used to be that person too. But if you've been married 3 times and you have 5 children, why do you need to rush? Why? So if you're in that position in your life, you're in that stage in your life, you really have the privilege or the luxury to really have the right motive for marriage uh, which is the true declaration of your love, your unconditional love for each other, right? Because you want to do it like the true marriage that is based on, because I cannot fathom not to have this person in my life. I want to marry him. I want to marry her because I'm so happy with our relationship, and I want it to be a celebration of our commitment to each other. You see that what I'm saying? Right. I think. Any other question, ladies? Alice just said, "You just answered my question without me directly asking." Wow! Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Anyone else? This is not a joke. I know. Alice just said, "You just answered my question without me directly asking." Wow. Okay, ladies, I think I'm just gonna give up. It's supposed to come at 7, maybe because it's cloudy. It's now 7:25 and I don't see the moon. Oh. I think it's probably foggy and cloudy today, and I don't want to be freezing in this hot tub. It's soon gonna be cool. It's gonna cool down. Thank you so much for being here. I'll try again next month. All right. And don't forget to sign up for the fan subscriptions if you want my weekly help from the one and only Man Whisperer and the Last Resort. Nobody else gives you advice like I do. I can guarantee you that. Not even the experts, the mainstream experts with most popular books and so forth and so on. Nobody gives advice like I do because I've been around enough to see and to know. All right. Thank you so much for being here, sweethearts. I'll see you again probably. I mean, I'm probably show up before the next full moon as well, but I want to try the next full moon. So probably I'll try in a few weeks again to go online. Bye bye. We're having fun tonight, aren't we? Okay, bye.